Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Rebecca and I'm really excited for today's video because it's one of those little chit chat videos that I've been sprinkling in here and there on my YouTube channel. And the reason why I like these so much is just because I do consider myself a person with a lot of thoughts and a lot of deep thought specifically. And I have some friends that I dive super deep into conversation with, and I just love that. Like I love going into deep talks and share my thoughts and hear what other people's thoughts are. And these type of videos for me feel like I'm just chatting away, and like it's a little space for me to share my thoughts. I did make a script to make sense of it all because I can get into these crazy rants, and this video I also don't want it to be like hours long, but I did want to make a video regarding something that I've been thinking about for a couple months, which you would guess based on the title. It is why I started a YouTube channel in the first place and like how it came about. And I've also have had a few new subscribers to my channel, and I wanted to use this as like sort of like get to know me videos slash why I started YouTube in the first place, sort of where I want my channel to go in 2023. You know, of course, I, like many other people, really care about people's opinions, and in thinking about why I started my YouTube channel and in thinking about my thoughts on like how other people view me, I was inspired, and through speaking with my friends that I have that have been like super supportive through this like journey of me making a YouTube channel, I was inspired to making a video of like why I really do want to, like what I want to do with this channel. Because so technically I made my first YouTube video last year around October, I think, or November. I think it was October. And technically that was my very first YouTube video. But I did it for a few months, then I got engaged, and then that whole like season of like wedding planning and working and stuff was a little bit too much. And I didn't post for about 6 months. So technically I've been posting consistently since I got back to making videos. I've been posting for about maybe 3 months consecutively. I should have like looked back, but I would say 3 months of like consecutive, like every week posting, 2 or 3 months. And what I originally wanted this YouTube channel to be about has been changing recently. I have been filled with so many thoughts in the past 6 months, honestly, since I've been married. I feel like, I don't know if it's because of being married now or if it's because I'm getting older. I have like a year and a half left to enter my 30s. So I don't know, I've just been like pondering a lot about why I do the things that I do, why I have the friends that I have, why I made the choices I've made in the past, what I want to do different, who I want to be in this life, what big decisions I want to make, and just like those big type of thoughts. And alongside that comes why I want to start, or why I want to keep going, I guess, because I already started it, but like why I want to keep going with my YouTube channel. So I feel like my experience so far with making YouTube videos has been a lot of fun, and I feel like it's like it's a creative outlet for me, because it's not just talking in front of the camera, it's also editing my clips, adding animations or sounds, and working on my thumbnails and creating fun looking thumbnails. And through that, I've been learning how to use so many different software programs. And like, I'm not techie by any means, but I have come a long way, I feel, and I have learned so much through making YouTube videos. I have also built up my confidence through making YouTube videos. I still get like a little bit nervous. I'm not like completely used to talking in front of the camera. It's still a little bit of a strange concept, but I've gotten a lot better at it. And making YouTube videos have been something that I've always been curious about since like middle of high school, I would say. And back then I wouldn't really watch YouTube like I do now. It wasn't really like I wasn't watching vlogs or anything like that. I would mainly use YouTube for working out. Back to what I was saying originally, of course, like many people, we are just so scared of what people are going to think And I feel like making YouTube videos and posting videos on the internet that goes outside of your like social media like platform like Instagram or Facebook, where you have people that you choose to follow and like you can see who follows you. YouTube is like really interesting because you're putting yourself out there, and these videos, unless you delete them, but like these videos can last an eternity. They can last forever, and you have no idea who's watching you. You have no idea where your video can go. And yeah, it's just a very interesting concept, but I think it's, in a way, it's like, it's also relieving to know that you have no idea who's watching you. Like I have more views than I have subscribers, because that's just the reality. Some people watch your videos, but maybe they just don't, maybe that specific video is something they were searching for, but they don't necessarily want to subscribe and like watch the rest of your videos. So yeah, you have no idea who those couple hundreds, or for bigger channels, thousands and millions of people are that are watching your videos. So in a way, that's also comforting because I don't know who's watching it. So I put it out there, I share my feelings, my thoughts on specific things or whatever, and I don't know who's really watching my videos. And for some people that might be nerve-wracking, and for me that's actually less nerve-wracking than knowing who specifically is watching my videos, if that makes sense. But these are my thoughts on caring about what people think of you. And this is something that I work on all the time. And I think this is something that has come up a lot more since making videos. And I give this advice, but I learn from it every single day as well. It's not worth it to live your life based on others' opinions. Stick to the people that encourage you and help you grow. People might cringe at your videos at the beginning, but just let them. It is part of the process. If you feel like you can shed some light into somebody's world with your talents or with what you have to say, go for it. To be scared to be judged by others, people in your hometown, family members, coworkers, whoever, in my opinion, it's definitely scarier to get to the end of your life and realize you let people rob you of your life experiences because you were scared of what people thought of you. So those are just like the thoughts that I sort of put together based on me and my thoughts on caring about what other people have to say. Because I think we are all built with something that excites us. That could be like painting, that could be singing, it could be like taking beautiful pictures, it could be so many things. And I think we're all built with that. I think we're all built with creativity. And if you're gonna live your life and you're gonna be really scared of what other people think about you, and you shove all those beautiful gifts inside forever and never get to experience it, I just feel like that's pretty sad to me. And like, not to say that everything has to be posted on the internet, but even just saying it out loud. Do it for yourself, but you put yourself down, or you're so scared of like telling people, like if they're like, what are your hobbies? And you're so scared to say, oh, I paint, for example. Just go for it. Like if you're really good at it, and you never know what can happen with that. And you could also bless people with your gifts as well, which is like what I'm gonna go into next. But with that being said, about not caring what other people think of you, that brings me to my next point. So I am Christian, I am a believer. With that being said, I do truly care about what God thinks of me and what I put out there and what kind of mindset I'm in, where my heart is when I post it. And if something doesn't feel right to me, if I feel like I'm not in the right mindset, my heart is not in the right place, and let's say I am thinking negative thoughts towards something and it's coming through the lens and I'm just not feeling myself, I won't post it. And like I've done that with so many videos. I have fully filmed videos for like sometimes hours, or I don't like it for some reason, and I just won't post it. And I also want to post things that bring some kind of value, and that's not to say that every single video, sorry, there's a lot of noise. Out of nowhere, there's just so much loud construction. But I really want to keep going with my thought process. Not to say that my videos are going to be like this in-depth theological biblical study, because that's not me, and I'm still learning tons, and that's not my area of expertise. But like, even posting videos as simple as reviews or a day in a life vlog or Q&As, things like that, I personally feel that can bring some sort of value to someone. And you might not think that at first. Like, let's say you wanted to make videos on art. Let's say you wanted to make videos on your artwork, or you wanted to do like something like, as little as like reviews can sound like, you're like, oh, how would that really help someone? But just giving entertainment to someone, for example, that lives alone, or bringing them into your life for the day, or for your working from home experience and your vlog about it, that could be like hanging out with someone. And someone that lives alone, for example, could really appreciate having company, because I, for example, as a YouTube consumer, I love watching vlogs, and I'm really curious. I'm also like a curious person of how like other people live. I feel like I've always been like that. Like, when I see even people at the grocery store and their families, or you see like tons and tons of cars stuck in traffic in the highway, sometimes this thought comes to mind where I'm like, I wonder what each individual person's life is like. I feel like I've always been curious about how people live their lives, and I feel like vlogs are really cool, especially when vlogs are really authentic. I'm really sorry for the noise. Okay, I am back, and it is just one of those days where the construction is super loud, and you might still hear like trucks in the background, but it's not as loud as it was before. There was literally right in front of the back door we have here, where the natural sunlight is coming in, I had this truck that was literally going like back and forth, flattening the soil. So it was like extremely loud, but anyways, I am back. So what I was saying was that you never know how you can bless someone. And even if it seems like it's something as simple as like a review, or showing them something that might not be like this crazy deep thought, or this theological, or this crazy teaching, but just being like having, giving someone company can be such great help. And also with working remote, I feel like a lot of people are just a little bit more isolated. And maybe that's why also a lot of YouTube channels I heard grew during the pandemic. And that makes so much sense, because, well, people first of all had more free time, and also maybe people were just lonely. And I actually have heard of people that feel connected to these YouTubers and like watch their content, and there is so much you can learn from them. Like, you can learn how they do their routine. What are the tips and tricks that they have for starting a 6 a.m. routine, or what they eat in a day. If you're looking for some advice on cooking healthier meals, literally anything you need help with, you can find. And I myself am a YouTube consumer, obviously, and I use YouTube as well to like connect with others, and also for how-to videos. So as practical as that, like if I am, especially now with making this channel and all these new things that I'm learning, there are so many YouTube videos out there that are helpful on like when you are starting a channel. And another thing I like about YouTube is that you can actually express your thoughts in more depth, because I feel like nowadays it's people want quick and easy access to things. And with TikTok and Reels and those shorter videos that are coming, and shorts and stuff, and like those videos that are coming now, which are great because they're also good videos to have if you want like a quick answer. And I think they're awesome, but also you can't really tell that much of a story on TikTok. A lot of things can get misinterpreted. A lot of people have opinions and we all have different views. So yeah, so I feel like with YouTube, it's like you have as long as you want to an extent. I try not to make my videos too long, but you at least have like between 15 to 30 minutes to truly express how you feel and connect with others, rather than just quickly in a couple seconds even communicate something to someone. And like I said, I like those videos as well because they can be super useful and a good way to reach people. But I also really love that I can actually like sit down and fully express and explain myself with the freedom of having longer video. And of course, you know, we watch these vlogs and videos and stuff, and it's our responsibility as consumers to really analyze when things are getting to be a little bit too maybe too toxic for us, or maybe too overwhelming, or we are starting to compare, because the comparison game is real. A lot of people, I feel like most people, especially as women, like compare constantly, and that is something that I'm always working on every day. And but I think it's also our responsibility to realize when things are getting too much for us and we are constantly comparing, and that can just really get really unhealthy. So I think it's our responsibility to know when we should take a break. No one is, and no one ever will be, living everything perfect. You might even have like a season where everything's going really well, but even that is not perfect, and even that is not forever. Like there's always ups and downs, hills and valleys, and it's never a straight and narrow path. And that is something that I have been noticing now, even in my own vlogs. Even as a small little channel, I'm realizing that already, that when I do my vlogs, like there was a time where I did one of my vlogs about like getting your life together, and in one of the car chats I was having with my husband, I was asking him a question, and I was like, what? That's your response? I'm like, I didn't know you felt like that. And we were having a conversation about it, and I clipped that part out. So for you guys, it would look like we had like this entire car chat where it was just funny and we were just joking around and playing around, which it was like that too. But there was like one answer that I was like, wait a minute. And I chose not to share it with you guys because we hadn't even discussed it. So, but like, that's what I mean. So like, I'm already noticing that like, you can edit out, put in, you can play around with things, you can even organize your plate of food to look like the most aesthetic thing ever, and that's not even the way you eat it. That's just a reality, because also a lot of people, you know, you want to also share the best parts, and you also want it to be like pleasing for the audience, but I also think it's really important to share the not so perfect side of things. So I might make like a little part 2 video, because I'm realizing that there are so many other things I want to talk about that are in my script, and of course I went on my rants. But I did want to say, you know, everything can be seen in a positive and a negative light. Social media can be seen as a positive thing, it can also be seen as a negative thing. And I feel personally that as a believer, you can see social media as an amazing opportunity to spread the good news, which is the salvation, which is like which is Jesus that died for us in the cross. And I feel that as a believer, I think social media is an amazing thing, and I think that it's a good platform to share your journey, the good and the ugly, and the good news, and just spread the gospel that way, because back then we didn't even have capabilities of doing that. Like you way back then in like Jesus's days, walk from village to village for days, and they would just like walk through the deserts and go through these like insane things to reach the good news to others and bring them to Jesus. And now we have like such easy access. Like it doesn't have to be YouTube, it could be through your Instagram, through TikTok, through your Twitter, through Facebook, through podcasts, through YouTube, of course. So like there's so many ways, and of course face to face as well. But like I feel like with social media, like you can reach so many people so quickly. Like just think of like, for example, YouTube was created in 2005, April 23rd, and the video was about 19 seconds long, and it was made by the co-founder Jawed Karim, if I'm saying that correctly, and his video was called Me at the Zoo, 19 seconds long, and right now to this day it has 248 million views, and the channel has like 3.17 million subscribers, and that was like the only video on that channel, and 19 seconds long. So that just goes to show how quickly things can just spread like wildfire. And I'm not saying that like, you know, the subscribers and the views, like that's like the number one thing that matters, because literally I can get like, that's how you know that why, like what kind of motives you have. So if I can have like a ton of subscribers and a ton of views, then amazing, that's great. The more people I can reach and the more people I can share my like reviews with and my thoughts and like also beauty content, and that's all awesome. But at the same time, I truly to my core believe that as long as I can reach like one person or make someone's day, I'm good. And that's something that has been like in my mind recently. And I also want to thank like the friends that have been brought to my life in the past, I would say the past 3-4 months-ish of like us consistently making an effort to build community in our new church. And they have been like so motivating to me to like change the way I see things, and they are just like so like ready to like share about God and stuff. And I think that's like the most important thing with your friends is like have friends that motivate you to grow and get you excited about things, and you support one another. And yeah, through them as well is what made me like, is what has motivated me to think about all of these things and like why I want to do my YouTube channel. And I'm still gonna do beauty related videos. Like that's something that I enjoy doing as well. I love talking about skincare, and I'll continue to do that. But I also, faith is like a really big, huge thing to me. So I would love to continue sharing that as well. And as well, lifestyle videos. I love bringing people along to what I do in my day. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here because I have a feeling like it's going to be a little bit too long. So I don't want to keep on talking, but yeah. So just remember, I truly believe that everyone is built with a gift inside and a desire to do more. We live in a day and age where social media is a big thing, and we're all using the internet, and I don't even know what percentage it is, but probably the majority of the whole world has access to internet. I'm sure some don't, but anyways, but I feel like why not take advantage of it, and why not use it for good? And I'm sure you guys have so much to offer, so many gifts, and it doesn't have to be filming yourself doing stuff, but it could be like in person. And I just say like go for it, step out of your comfort zone, and I'm working on that too, and we can work on it together. Pray about what you should be led to next and just go for it. So that is a little bit of my thought process, and that wraps up this video for me. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end to listen to me talk about why I decided to start a YouTube channel and why I will continue to make content for you guys. And thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you have anything that you are excited for in the new year and stepping out of your comfort zone, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below for a discussion. And I will see you guys next time in another video. Bye.